What's going on, everybody? Alex here from the Football Guys, here to talk about two dark horse running backs that could be the running back one overall for 2022. And the first running back leading this off is my man DeAndre Swift. He has such a great case to be the running back one overall, and I think that so many people, because of a couple small injuries and Jamal Williams, think that he can't do it. And let's start right there. DeAndre Swift was 8th in snap share last year among all running backs. 8th. As much as Jamal Williams seemed like he was on the field for every single play, there was only 7 running backs in the NFL that were on the field more than DeAndre Swift on a per-game basis. DeAndre Swift, in his case to be the running back one overall, was 3rd in target share. He was a top 5 running back before he got hurt. He was 2nd in yards created per touch. He was 12th in weighted opportunities despite missing 4 games. And weighted opportunities are carries plus targets combined, but targets are worth more than a carry because these are PPR leagues, so obviously targets are worth a lot more than a carry would be. So in weighted opportunities, he was 12th while missing 4 games. He was top 5 in weighted opportunities before he got hurt. And he was tied for most targets in the game in the NFL. 8th in fantasy points per game. He had an injury, but there was no serious injuries. There's no Achilles or an ACL or like a Lisfranc broken foot type injury. He's had a concussion and a groin strain and a sprained shoulder in the NFL. I mean, those are not serious injuries. Of course, you're like, okay, well, is he ever going to stay healthy? Like, I understand that. But again, he missed no games from his groin strain. He had a sprained shoulder that he missed a few games from, and he had a concussion he missed a few games from. These are not like serious injuries that show that he's really breaking down as a player. I definitely like to bet on DeAndre Swift with his lower draft price this year, and I think that he could actually be the running back one overall. Another player similar that's in a great, not similar because he's in a great offense that DeAndre Swift is not in, but has real running back one potential is Leonard Fournette. He was 12th among all running backs in snap share. Rojo is gone, which should be more snaps for Leonard Fournette. He was 7th in weighted opportunities despite missing 3 games. When he is on the field, he is getting touches, carries, targets, touchdowns, all of it when Leonard Fournette is on the field. He was also tied for first with DeAndre Swift in targets per game. Yes, those two, Swift and Fournette, led the NFL in targets per game. He was also 7th in target share, 4th among all running backs in routes run, 3rd in fantasy points per game. That's right. The only 2 running backs in the NFL with a higher points per game than Leonard Fournette was Jonathan Taylor and Austin Eckler. End of list. That's ridiculous. He's had 3 previous top 10 finishes at running back, and he played at least 80% of the games in 4 of his 5 seasons on his way to a career-high running back 5 finish last year. Leonard Fournette is the man. And like I said, if I want you to have one takeaway from this video, it's that there were only 2 running backs in the NFL with a higher points per game than Leonard Fournette. And now maybe Gronk won't come back. Antonio Brown's not coming back, replaced by Russell Gage. Maybe there's even more targets for Leonard Fournette. Jason Light himself said a couple weeks ago now that Leonard Fournette is a rare 3-down back in this league, and we plan to use him like that. Leonard Fournette's the man. And I think that Leonard Fournette, just like DeAndre Swift, could be the running back one overall this year, and that would not shock me one bit. Both guys that I would consider huge dark horses, and both guys that I'll be investing very heavily in drafts this year. So that is all. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please keep enjoying this Football Guys content coming out each and every single day. And don't forget to turn those bell notifications on.